I would love to see unity and peace and love and any other word you want to use. And obviously, I think we had to, especially at this particular juncture, we had to wait till after the midterms are over. Now they're over. If they would cover me fairly, which they don't, I'm not saying that in a hostile way. I get extremely inaccurate coverage. I can do something that's fantastic, and they'll make it look like not good. And I don't mind having bad stories. If I make a mistake, cover it. I would like you to cover it fairly, but cover it. But when you do something terrific, look how little the economy is talked about. A poll came out this morning talking about how little the three networks, I don't think they included CNN, but how little the three networks talk about how good the economy is. How little. Almost not at all. If President Obama had this economy, and by the way, if that administration through somebody else kept going, you would have had negative 4.2 instead of positive 4.2% growth. You would have had negative. It was heading down. But here, the point is this, excuse me. I would love to see unity, including with the media, because I think the media, I'll be honest, I think it's a very divisive thing for our country. And you would be amazed at how smart people are that are reading your stories and seeing your stories and watching. You'd be amazed how perceptive and how smart they are. They get it. And it really does bring disunity. I didn't, excuse me. You are not called on. Go ahead. Go ahead, please.
How about Turkey?
Thank you, President Trump. Shortly after your victory speech on the historic night of back in November 2016, I asked you to what single factor you most attributed this victory to.
Sid, you have to speak up.
Sure. On the night of your victory, I asked you, right after your speech, to what you would attribute your victory. You pointed up to the ceiling and you said that it was God. Based off of that, how would you say over the last 2 years, God plays, what kind of a factor he plays in the day-to-day execution of the office of the president?
Well, God plays a big factor in my life, and God plays a factor in the lives of many people that I know very well in this room, like your vice president. God plays a very big role in my life.
And one more back to life, quick follow-up. Which loss last night surprised you the most, and which of these unsuccessful candidates are you most likely to consider for a future administration?
Nothing surprises me in politics.
Would you
but there were some losses last night, and there were some victories last night that have been incredible. I mean, there were victories last night that nobody would believe, especially based on the suppression polls. They had a lot of suppression polls.
Would you
and there were some victories last night that were very surprising, but I'm not going to pick out special.
Would you consider any for a post?
It's tough enough for those people to have.
Would you consider any for an administration post moving forward, as one of the very few of the 3.7% unemployed?
What?
Would you consider any of the people who lost last night for a post in the administration in the near future?
I know a couple of very good ones. Yeah, I would actually.